Hey everyone, Coolman1 here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about We Baby Bears and why I think it's a great show. So, I bet you guys thought I was done with the Great Show series on my channel since it's been a really long time since I've done another one of these videos. Um, ever since I returned from my channel getting hacked. But I I'm I'm just here to let you know that I'm not done with the Great Show series because well, in my return video, I said that I was going to continue both the Great Movie series and the Great Show series. And I know recently I've been doing the Great Movie series with my videos on why Luca is a great movie, why Space Jam 2 is a great movie, why the Loud House movie is a great movie, and why the live action Loud House is a great movie. But I haven't been keeping up with the Great Show series on this channel. But now that a new show just came out on Cartoon Network, I think this is the perfect time to talk about it and also keep going with the Great Show series. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a new cartoon that just came out on Cartoon Network that I actually started watching because it just came out, and I just started watching a couple of episodes, and it's actually really good. And you guys probably already know what it is. I mean, looking at this thumbnail, um, um, hearing the intro of this video, and the title of this video. But I'm just gonna say it again. Um, We Baby Bears. Yup. So, if you guys don't know what We Baby Bears is, it's the spin-off of We Bare Bears. And We Bare Bears, if you guys don't know, it's a show on Cartoon Network that ended a while back after the We Bare Bears movie came out. So, yeah. Um and after the We Bare Bears show ended after the movie, that was really sad because a lot of people actually liked that show. We thought it was really nice. We thought it was a really relaxing show to watch. It was just a show. It was just a show about three bears who are brothers just living normal lives in the city. Nothing crazy like them having superpowers or nothing crazy like that. It was just three talking bears who are brothers and are just living their lives in the city with humans. And yeah, that was a really nice show to watch. That was one of the Cartoon Network shows that I've been watching for a really long time, and ever since it came out. And I really enjoyed watching it. I watched the entire series. It was a nice show, and I did talk about it on my channel before, but that was before it got hacked, so those videos got deleted. But now that since I returned, I can still talk about what I've talked about before my channel got hacked, everything that got deleted, and yeah, now we can talk about We Bare Bears again, even if it ended after the movie. So, yes, the show ended after the movie. But shortly after, we got news a long time ago about a We Bare Bears spin-off. And that spin-off was about the baby bears. And the baby bears are characters from We Bare Bears. So basically, in the show, in We Bare Bears, we get some episodes with the regular bears where they're adults, and we get some episodes that take place in the past where they're babies, the baby bears. And I never, I enjoy watching the baby bears a little bit. I don't watch them as much as I watch the adult bears, as I probably said before on this channel. but I still like the baby bears. I think they're cute. I think they're nice to watch. But I've always watched the adult bears more. But when I heard that the baby bears were getting a spin-off, I didn't know what to think. I was actually really happy. I was like, "Oh, we're getting a We Bare Bears spin-off." I thought the show ended, but if we're getting a spin-off, that's great. They're continuing it. Yay. And yeah, I was actually happy, but um I didn't know what a Baby Bears spin-off would be like. Like, are the baby bears gonna take too much attention from the adult bears after their show ended? And now that the baby bears are gonna get more attention than they did in the original show, which was We Bare Bears, um, are people gonna enjoy this show as much as they enjoyed the original show? And now that it's finally out on Cartoon Network, I gotta say it's actually really good. And before when it was first announced that we were getting a Baby Bear spinoff, we got a poster. And I did show that poster in the first Baby Bears video that I made on my channel. This was after it got hacked where when I returned, I made a video about We Baby Bears and I showed the other poster. But I went to Google and I came across this new poster. So yeah. So I don't know about you guys who watched the original We Bare Bears, but in my opinion, I love this show. You know, I really love the original show. I really enjoyed We Bare Bears, but I gotta say, We Baby Bears is definitely a lot more interesting, a lot more exciting, and a lot more cuter than I expected. And I say cuter because, I mean, come on, they're babies. And just look at them in this poster. They look adorable. And that's the first thing I like about We Baby Bears. I like it because it's different from the original show and in a good way. It has a different animation style first of all. It has kind of like a clean anime looking style and I like it. I really like how it's sort of like an anime because I'm not sure, but I think Weeby Bears is half Japanese. I'm not sure, but I heard them talking Japanese every now and then in the original show, and I guess that's why this sort of looks like an anime. But yeah. So the first thing I definitely like about this show is the animation style. Love the animation style. It's so bright, so colorful. I love it. The other thing I like is, well, I'm sure this is the most obvious reason. The bears. They look adorable. I mean, just look at them. They're straight up adorable. And they look cute in We Bare Bears, but here for some reason they look a lot cuter than they did in the original show. And I think that's because of their eyes. Like the little you know the what they did with their eyes. It makes them more cuter. So yeah. So the animation's great. The bears themselves are great. And now let's talk about the plot of the entire show. So I watched a couple of episodes and I just figured out what the show's about. And if you haven't seen the show, and you don't and you want to watch it without getting spoiled, even though this isn't a movie, even if this isn't a movie, if you haven't seen the show and you don't want to get spoiled about of what the entire plot of the show is about, make sure you watch the show first, and then make sure you watch a couple of episodes, and then come back later. But if you don't care about me spoiling the plot of the show, just like I do with the movies that I talk about, then you can stay. So here's the plot. So the baby bears, they get kicked out of an owner, someone's house, because the bears, just like in the original show, just like in We Bare Bears, they want a place to live. They want an owner because they don't have a place to live. So they go around trying to find the perfect place to live. And the owner of the house that they went inside of, he was tired of the bears staying with him because he thought they created too much trouble for him. They caused too much trouble, and he kicked them out. And when I saw that part of the first episode, when I first saw the beginning of the first episode, that's when I really, really started to feel bad for these little guys. Because, I mean, not just because they look adorable and I feel bad, and just seeing how he treated them. Um, it was um, it was really rude and really sad. And if I were to if these little guys, honestly, if these three little guys showed up at the front of my house and asked me to live with them, I'll definitely I'll definitely adopt them no matter how much trouble they cause. I don't care how much trouble they cause. They look adorable. So I'll just adopt them. So, yeah. Now, I'd say that guy who kicked them out of his house was a jerk. But the show gets even better as you keep watching the first episode. So after that, the bears have a box with them because that's where they've been living after getting kicked out. So they have a box with them, and there's and then there's shooting stars, and and then um and then Panda wishes for the three bears to find a home. So he says, I wish we could find a home," or something like that. And Grizz was like, "Oh, Panda, that's not gonna work." And then the shooting star actually comes down and actually sticks on the box. So that's why there's a star on the box. And it gets a lot more interesting, so bear with me. So after that, um, the box the box can talk, but not really. So the box, now that the box has a shooting star on it, it makes little noises, and the only one who can understand what the magical box is saying, is Ice Bear. And now it's not a regular box anymore. Now it's a magical box that grants them any wish, I guess. Um, so that's because it has a shooting star on it, so they can just wish for anything, and it can it can make it happen, or they can wish to wherever they want to go, and it takes them wherever they want to go. So then they wish they can have a home. So then it takes them to a random place full of fairies or something. But the bears get hungry, So, the bears being the the bears being really hungry, they have no idea. Okay, so they find some mushrooms in the fairy world that the box takes them to, and they eat the mushrooms. But later on in the show, so at the beginning, the fairies seem really nice, and everyone's really nice to each other. And then the the bears tell the fairies that they need a home, and the fairies tell them that they can stay. But then, since later on in the show, since they ate those mushrooms, it turns out those mushrooms are what's keeping their world, together. So if anyone eats the mushrooms or takes the mushrooms off, um, it I can't remember what it does, but I think it might destroy the world or something. But the bears didn't know that because one, they're babies, and two, they were really hungry. So and they've never been to that world before. So so then when the fairies found out that they ate the mushrooms, they got mad at them and started attacking them. And then they wished to go to another world, and they escaped. And yeah, and basically the entire show is them trying to find a new home, the perfect home. And I think that every episode of the show is basically going to be them trying to find a new home, and then escaping that place when they find out that it's not the perfect place for them to live in. But then maybe when Cartoon Network ends the show, in the final episode, they finally find the perfect home. So yeah, I think that's what the entire show is. But that was just one full episode that I watched, and I watched a couple of clips of other episodes. One where they become pirates, and the entire show, We Baby Bears, is basically, it's completely different from the original show, We Bear Bears, and it has a totally different plot, totally different animation, new characters that we've never seen before, and the entire show is just crazy. And I love it. I love that about the show. I love that it's crazy. I love that it's really exciting and fun to watch. And I love this show. I would love for Cartoon Network to make more shows like this because, well, if you're rebooting a show, you got to make it more exciting. Like they did with Ben 10. The Ben 10 reboot came out, and it was a little bit different. Not a whole lot different, but it was a little different from the past shows, and it was really good. I actually ended up liking it until it actually ended. So yeah, that the We Bear Bears thing is sort of like that. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this show. I think it's really fun, really cute, really nice to watch. And you can't, if you're fans of the original We Bear Bears series, you can't tell me you're not gonna watch this one because look at the bears; they look adorable. So yeah, and there's also a bunch of new characters. So yeah. Anyways, We Baby Bears. Let me know what you guys think about this show. I love it. Anyways, that's all for this video, and as always, stay cool.